Morning. Early bird get the worm. Who that? Uh, I know most of you probably gonna be watching this on the replay, but lately, man, during the day when I've been trying to go live, both of my phones, man, be getting blowed up. And on YouTube, whenever someone called you and you live, man, it mess up the stream. So decided to come live early this morning so most of you can catch it on the replay. And one of the things, I'm kind of pivoting the channel. I'm pivoting the channel. Um, I'm still gonna do my reviews, my review videos. I'm still gonna do those, but but my lives, man, I want to like give out. I want to give out like more game, more knowledge. So you already know I have my video courses that I sell or whatever. But I feel like if you catch my live streams, I feel like you can get a lot of free information, a lot of good information that can help you. If you didn't catch the live yesterday, look in the description of the video. I was talking about LLC, how to leverage your LLC. And I have a video course on LLC that I was selling for $20. But if you look in the description of the video, you're going to see that you can get that video course for $5. I'm going to leave it right there for probably a week or whatever, just so when I'm sharing these things with you guys, you can basically, as the video was titled yesterday, practicing what I preach. As I'm sharing these videos with you guys, you can basically implement what I'm saying, and you can see for yourself. One of the things I tell people all the time is that you primarily have different types of people, right? You have that person that always talking about what they're going to do, and you have that person that's always dreaming and hoping that somebody will come and save them out of their situation. And then you have that person that said that, they're just looking to get rich quick, all right? And basically what I'm trying to do with you guys is show you guys that, hey, if you take these small steps and you stay consistent, then you will see change. So the title of this live this morning, guys, is so you got the dream, not what? So you got the dream. So everybody have dreams, everybody have goals, right? But how do you reach those goals? How do you accomplish those goals? Well, the first mistake we make is we think we could accomplish our goals if you have big goals. It just depends. If you have monetary goals, or materialistic goals like houses, cars, or whatever, we think we could accomplish those material goals by accumulating a lot of cash. And yes, you can accumulate cash, but it would be harder to accomplish those goals just by trying to accumulate cash. If, just the average person just trying to save up to buy a car, just try to save up to buy a house. It's harder to accomplish those goals. What I'm learning and have learned is that you can live. I'm not even gonna say a rich lifestyle. You can live a healthy and wealthy. Wealthy is totally different than rich, man. Uh, Lifestyle. You can live a wealthy lifestyle when you learn how to become credit worthy. That means people will be willing to lend you money. All right. People will be willing to lend you money so you can accomplish your endeavors, as long as you give them a return on their initial investment in you. So you got the dream, now what? So I want to ask you guys a couple of questions this morning. When was the last time you sat down and added up everything that comes into your house and everything that goes out your house? Now, you say, all right, Tech, I'm not a mathematician. I'm not a genius, or I really don't have that time. I'm on my grind all the time. Expedia, Xperia, if you go there, just like Credit Karma, you can sign up and they give you basically your credit score. Okay. They also have a feature where you can link your bank account, and you link your bank account. It tells you like basically if you paying like a cell phone bill or a Netflix subscription or whatever, it helps boost your credit score for that particular reporting agency. Another feature they have is where they basically show you in pie graphs and charts and everything where your money is coming from and where your money is going. You sign up for that, it's free. It do have paid membership, but it's free. Then you look at where your money is coming from and where your money is going. Now you can tell your money where to go. When you start telling your money where to go, now you can start building up on your dreams. So you got the dream, what you gonna do? Somebody might say, watching this live, watching it on the replay, well, Tech, I wanna quit my job. If you quit your job, most people just think they work for money. But when you become an entrepreneur and you become someone like me, where you got to go get your own money and no one's not giving you a paycheck, it's a scary, scary position to be in for the first time. And it's more that comes with a job than a paycheck, like healthcare, 401k. You might have like some type of saving plan with your job, you know. So what happened with first time entrepreneurs is that they walk off their job because they got this big old dream, and then they realize, hey, I don't have insurance. They realize, hey, I don't have any type of savings. Those are the things you give up, right, to plot your own future, right, to make your own destiny. So I don't want anyone to have any illusions about, all right, I got all of these dreams, and now it's time for me. It's time for me to walk out on my job. So here's the game I'm about to give you guys this morning. Like I said, what I'm trying to do with the channel, man, is that I'm still gonna do my reviews, my product reviews, IPTV reviews, or whatever. But I really want I really want people in this community to start thinking about pivoting to become entrepreneurs. And I really want my lives to be more about, I'm not gonna say financial advice, but more brainstorming together, or more showing you guys the things I'm accomplishing in the financial space. As I learn, I share. You already know that. So here's the free game I'm giving you guys this morning. I kind of said it on the live yesterday about the LLC. So how many bank accounts do you have? Ask yourself that question. I have five, or I think I got six. I got six bank accounts. I got two savings, two check-ins. I have the DBA. I'm gonna tell you what that is in a little bit, and I have one from one of my LLCs. Okay, my my DBA is doing business as. So my LLC have a EIN number, which is an employment identification number, so I can file personal taxes, federal taxes. The EIN number it's associated with my social security number, but whenever I file taxes or whatever I'm doing business, they look at my business when I use the EIN number. The DBA is only my social security number. That's doing business as. Now, why would I want a DBA instead of an LLC? Well, first of all, if you have a standard LLC and you don't have like a partner with you or whatever, the IRS basically look at you as a sole proprietor. So with a DBA, I could avoid all of the paperwork of an LLC, and I can declare to my state and to the federal government that, hey, my name is Donald Bogan, and I'm doing business as. So it's basically how it works is you go to your local municipality or clerk of court, wherever. Um, of you guys in your counties or parish, wherever y'all do your filings, you go there and you say, hey, look, I want to do a DBA. They're gonna have you sign like an affidavit, okay, and then you're gonna file that with the court. They're gonna type it up, the affidavit up, say, hey, I'm Donald Bogan or whatever your name is, and I'm doing business as Cujo's foot massage, or in my case, is Donald Bogan Consultants, okay. Once I have that DBA, once I have that file, I take that paperwork and I bring it to a bank and I open up a bank account with that doing business as. And each time my consulting agency get paid, I go ahead and I can place that into that account, which I still over time, long as I'm showing money coming in, right? I could apply for a credit card for that DBA. I get a credit card just based off that DBA income. Now, why I want to separate the two if I'm still going to get taxed the same? Because when you go out and you're doing business, even though you're not an LLC and you're just a DBA, you still can get checks, right? You can get checks. Somebody's like, who to make the check out to? Well, most people are not going to think, oh, you have a legitimate business if you walking around with a shirt that say Kuyon Drone Company and they ask you to make the check out to, and you said make it out to Donna Bogan, that's not professional, okay? And you got a DBA, you can get cards made, you can get pens made, shirts made, car details, all right, and decals. I say details, car decals, all right. And when somebody make the check out, they're making the check out to you. So do my money come from? Where do my money go? Once you identify where your money down, and I find that I'm spending $500 a month on takeout food, right? If I can cut that from 500 to 300, then that's $200 extra. What can I do with an extra $200 a month? What can I do with an extra $200 in 4 months? Two, four, six, eight, $800, right? What can I do with that? Now you can start telling your money to work. AMC stock, all right. They're unicorns, but if you put in the work on the front end and you get everything automated, then on the back end you would get a huge profit with the least amount of effort. I'm gonna give you an example of what I'm talking about when I say that. So the video courses that I have, Six Figure Journeys, right? The LLC, right, and the hotspot. All of those things was research. All of those things was tried. I made investments in all of those things, right? And I went through a process and a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of long nights I would ever during that process. But after I completed that process, I put together the product, and now if you want to know how I made six figures, I have all of that documented, step by step, what you can do when you can start that journey. Okay, I have that set on autopilot now. All the work was done on the front end. See, the dream was to be able to produce products based off of my experience, based off of my successes and my failures. The dream was to produce products. I'm gonna say it again. The dream was to produce products based off my successes and failures because I spent tons of money, spent tons of hours figuring out different ways to resell hotspots and internet. I brought tons of different hotspots, tons of different plans, and testing it out. Um, with the LLC, I spun the money to do the LLC myself, and uh, actually I did a couple of business incorporations, but my LLC, the first time I did that, I originally messed it up. I did a LLP instead of LLC, and I had to go and pay to get it amended. So yeah, the process in the end was successful, but there was failures in there. But because I went through the process on the front end, now on the back end, I got a product that you guys can have, right? That's automated, that I can reap a return on the back end. Six figure journeys, same thing. Every all the modules in that video course was me acquiring material, buying material, going through it, figuring things out. I always use my wife as an example when I talk about six figure journeys. Um, so I mean, she basically was my case study. Uh, you know, so now on the back end, I have a product that's automated. If somebody decide, hey, I want to better my life, then they can go six figure journeys and get that video course. So the dream is to have a product that can be automated to where I can reap a return. Now, I'm going to share something with you guys about one of my goals. And if you married or you have a partner, um, you have to make sure your goals are in sync. And let me tell you why. Whenever you have a dream, there's nothing worse than having a dream and having a dream killer on side of you. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys, man. It's nothing worse when you have a dream and then you have a dream killer on side of you because a lot of this stuff as it relates to entrepreneurship, a lot of this stuff, man, it takes dedication and it takes faith, right? You literally gotta be a crazy person to wake up in the morning and say, hey, look, I'm gonna make something out of nothing and no one is gonna give it to me. Now, I'm not knocking people with 9 to 5s, all right? But when you got a 9 to 5, you go to your job and you do a assigned task, something that they're paying you to do, something that hey, I need you to do this and I need you to do it this way. And that's the only thing you have to do, and then they give you a check. Here's the problem I have with that. In most 9 to 5s, they assign to you your value. As an entrepreneur, you don't work. Let me put it like this: as an entrepreneur, you don't exchange time for money. You exchange value, right? So, for example, if if I if I'm doing if I'm doing a call with somebody, right? If I'm on a consult call and they want to know, hey Tech, how can I how can I sell hotspots, right? I get on that call and I tell them, hey look, this is how you get started or whatever. They pay me my fee and that's the end of it. Okay. Now I decide how much I charge for my consults. I place a value on that. It's no one telling me, hey, look, you only can get paid X amount of money for this phone call. No, I decide. What's up, Uno? I decide my value. And here's the difference. The first hotspot video I did a few years ago, The whole community went crazy because I put in the time, I put in the research, I spent the money, and I said, hey, look, I'm gonna show you guys how you can do this. Uh, I got a step-by-step video, $25. $25. Man, I had so many haters in the streaming community. But, but, what I did, I started doing live shows, so I started bringing what I call my students on. And one of them, I had a live show with one guy that was in my comment section. It was in my chat. Basically like I don't think YouTubers should charge for information. Well, guess what? He said it in the chat. He's like, I brought it, but I don't think you should have charged for it. Well, guess what? A month later, I think it's like 2 months later, he had to come back and apologize because he brought the video and he was making 6K a month just by doing the things in the video. All right. So that $25 video then turned after AT&T stopped that method and I found out another method. Then my next video, how to video, was $100. And people was like, man, that's a drastic jump from $25 to $100. I tell you guys, it's all about analytics. Now I know my value. That first video, I didn't know the market. I didn't know what people was gonna be making. I didn't know without what the potential that I had to make. But when I had students making $8,000, $6,000 a month off a $25 video, when that video became obsolete because AT&T killed that method, and I came up with another method, I was like, hey, if you can make 6K, $8,000 a month off of this method, you're gonna pay me a little bit more than $25 to learn what I know. Because now I know the potential of this market. Okay. Then after that, when I came up with when I discovered a better way, or multiple ways to sell hotspot, now I have an online video course. Now it's $150. And guess what? Those things are still cheap because if you was to go to a video seminar, a video seminar, if you was to if you was to go to a seminar, okay, or a conference, then those people would charge you $5,000, $3,000 just to learn how to make $5,000 a month. Why? Because they're like that initial investment, right? Would yield you way more money than you invested. So you got the dream, guys. You just got to figure out if you're willing to do the hard work. You got to stop swapping time for money, and you got to place a value on the product you're putting out there. And one of the ways you that's right, Uno. One of the ways you find out what your value is by going out there, putting yourself in that water, man. Taking that first step, putting the product out there, getting feedback, seeing if it works. If you got on, you're gonna give up on your dream. Many things gonna go wrong. Many things gonna go wrong when you're chasing your dreams. But you can easily accomplish your dreams if you stick with it. If you stick with it, man. So I'm probably gonna be doing more of these lives, man. Like I said, I'm gonna do the regular videos that we regularly do, product reviews or whatever. But with everything that's been going on in the streaming community, and I've been telling you guys about the things going on in the streaming community, I personally believe that some of you might want to consider pivoting to something else, something more sustainable, because the streaming community, I believe, will always be around, but it's really not something, if you're looking to be successful in business wise, as the business model, if you're looking to be successful, it's really not something you can basically hang your hat on because of the volatility in it. It's always up, it's always down. Like I always say, there's a lot of you in the streaming community that have acquired skills based on the things you learn in streaming. Selling fire sticks, all right? You learn marketing. You might not have a lot of confidence in yourself, but you learn marketing by selling fire sticks. You can take those same skills you learn by selling fire sticks and implement that in a new business idea. You can take the same skills and implement that in a new business idea. All right. If you was a reseller for a company, all right, guys, guess what? Whether you know it or not, you now have what we call a lead list. Now you got emails, you got people emails. So now you can produce a product and you have a list of people you can email, uh, send an email to and see if they're interested in your new product. So not only did you learn marketing and streaming, not only did you learn customer service and streaming, but now you're learning how to do mass emails, right? So you have skills that you learn from the streaming community. You just not implementing it. And it's IPTV business a bad investment today. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Like I said yesterday on the live, is that because because we was going around saying IPTV is a gray area. In the United States, IPTV is a gray area. The law passed last year. Um, and that's going on in the streaming community, you pretty much know now it's not a gray area. If you had any doubt, you pretty much know now that it's not a gray area. So it's risk versus reward. All right, it's risk versus reward. Every business venture, you're going to take a risk. So I'm gonna tell you that, hey, if you decide to become a reseller or you decide to get into the IPTV business, then I'm gonna tell you, all right, look at the risk that you have, and then look at the rewards. There's a lot of IPTV companies making hundreds of $1,000s a month, right? That's a lot of them making $1,000 a month, right? That's some IPTV companies that just breaking even. Okay, so is it worth the risk, right, for you to start an IPTV company? That's something that you have to answer, man. As you see, I'm still doing reviews for other IPTV companies. So there's a lot of companies out there, okay? And here's the thing that I'm gonna give you guys some insider information. Here's the thing that these companies, when they reach out to me to do product reviews or review they service, here's the thing they're banking on. They're banking on that there's so many IPTV companies that there's no way the federal government would be able to disband all of them. So they're counting on having a lot of numbers, and the game plan is put themselves out there, advertise, get to where they want to be, and then pull down all of the advertisement and go underground. That's that's the model that a lot of them are using nowadays. Whether I agree with that model or not, it's not for me to call it. Basically, when they come to me, I tell them my price is what it is to do a review. It's up for their company to manage their company. It's up for me to manage my platform, my video platform. So I guess that's a long answer to the question: is our IPTV worth getting into? You got to decide. You got to look at the risk, and then you got to decide, is it worth the reward? Now, what I would say is that in this community, a lot of you have made, I'm not going to say a substantial amount of money, but some of you made some money and uh, reinvested back into what we perceive to be a long-term business model. What I'm telling you now is that if you're making money, you might want to invest into something that's more sustainable. I guess that's the best way I can put that. If you're currently making money, then you might want to invest into something that is a little bit more sustainable. All right, unless you're just one of those people that like that roller coaster, up, going up and going down. And it is my hope that these videos, these lives, and my products that I have out there, my video courses, is my hope that you guys able to look at this stuff and make that transition more smoothly. Uh, because I know how hard it is to become an entrepreneur. Everybody think, all right, I'm about to start a t-shirt company and I'm gonna get rich overnight. It's not gonna happen. Everybody think that, all right, I'm about to do this and brand it and get rich overnight. It's not gonna happen. One of the things I learned about business is that all businesses follow a model. Okay, all businesses follow a model, and it's your job to replicate the most successful models they have out there. So you think you're just gonna jump in? Yeah, hey, look, it happens. Sometimes somebody drops something, and it catch on. Okay, it catch on. It happens, but that's just like going to the NFL, going to the NBA. It happens to very few people. So you can't hang your hat on being a one hit wonder or being a success overnight. That's not sustainable. You have to find a model that works. And that's what I'm giving you guys is a blueprint that works. Thanks. I invested a lot at this point. Well, I lost the comment. Thanks. I invested a lot at this point, but see people getting arrested is not a good look. Well, let me say this about that, man. Is you if you are involved in anything in life, right, as it relates to business, you can look at the guy next to you and you can learn from his or her mistake, right? You can look at the person next to you, you can learn from his or her mistake. But what you never want to do in most cases is you never want to model your business after someone else failures, right? You can learn from their failures. You can learn from their successes also. But you can't look at another person and say, well, this happened to this person, so I'm going to change everything that I'm doing around. No, you can say this happened to this person, right? I'm going to have a contingency plan. I'm going to review my policies. I'm going to see exactly where my business stand. Okay, and like I said, potentially have contingency plans. Um, but if you have a successful business, you just don't change up what you're doing successfully based off what happened to somebody else. I don't recommend you do that. You know, like I said, you learn from it. You put together plans. You review your policies. All right. You can reexamine your business model and say, all right, is this is this business that I'm in? Um, is like I said earlier, is the risk worth the reward? Only you can answer that. But I wouldn't necessarily just willy nilly if I'm doing something successful and something happens to somebody else. I wouldn't willy nilly be like, well then let me end this successful company because this happened to so and so. No, I review my policies. If you have a team, I talk to my team, and that's how I would make my results. Hasty decisions in business is never good. Hasty decisions in business is never good. The only time I recommend you make a hasty decision with a business if that business has consistently failed. All right, then you got to do something drastically. But if you have something that's successful, I wouldn't make a drastic decision. I would how they said the analogy is how you turn a big boat, right? If you trying to turn like a big cruise ship or whatever, you turn that thing around slowly. You start making, slow changes, you know, unless you got a hole in the hull and you're sinking, then you make drastic changes, right? But as long as you're afloat, I would, I will review my policies and make small changes or whatever. And then, when we talk about other people, you every action have a reaction. I'm the one who's been emailing you about the hotspot course. Every action have a reaction. You know, sometimes we do things to ourselves. So certain personalities is going to get, it's going to reap certain consequences or certain benefits. So you got to consider that too. What type of personality do you have? So guys, like I said, the title of this live is so you have the dream, but how do you reach the dream, man? And that's the thing that's been eluding me, man. You you can make money, real estate, can make money cryptocurrency, can make money digital products, you can make money affiliate marketing, you can make money by providing a service like in my video course, sixfigurejourneys.com. Uh, the second module, how to acquire skills, that basically teaches you where to go in the comfort of your own in your the comfort of your own home, where to go to get Google certified for different products of Google. Okay, get Google certified, and then take those certifications to a platform and provide a service to people like me. For example, when I come up with my video courses, and I run my Facebook ads or YouTube ads, a lot of time I go to those platforms that I show you in the Six Figure Journeys course. I go to those platforms and I hire someone to run my ads. Now, sometimes I run them myself, but sometimes I get somebody else to do it. My funnel page, I pay somebody to create a funnel page for me. Sometimes I do it myself, sometimes I pay somebody. So the point of me saying that is that people always looking for those services on those platforms. Oh no, thank you for the super chat, man. Appreciate you. So there's tons of ways to make money out here. But in this streaming community, man, I feel like we just get stuck in one mindset. And again, we don't want to do the work on the front end to reap the benefits on the back end. And a lot of you reaping benefits and you forgot the amount of work you put in on the front end. So I think we just have to take a deep breath and ask ourselves, where do we want to be? About 25 minutes ago, I told you guys I was gonna share with you one of my goals. And one of my goals is to get a new home, you know, by this time next year, I should have at least two homes based on my dream. So how do I accomplish those things? Well, I know is that it's going to take me, when I first started the video off, it's going to take me longer to accomplish those goals, okay, if I just try to save money. If I just try to save money, I know it's going to take me longer to accomplish those goals. Therefore, I have to learn how I can get access to more capital. And the way I get access to more capital, guys, is I have to become I have to involve myself in the financial institutions to where I am perceived credit worthy. That goes the first part of Six Figure Journeys, the credit thing, how to get stuff off your credit, how to build your credit, right? how to start getting credit cards, how to start leveraging your credit cards, how to start using that in investments. Yesterday I talked about how you can buy a trailer. You go to a trailer park and buy a trailer. And I'm repeating this because I know a lot of you guys wasn't on the live and yesterday, and plus the live kept cutting off because I was getting phone calls. How you can go to a trailer park and you can buy a trailer for $5,000, and you can put $1,100 in there to repair it, and then you can put it on the market for $10,000, and you can enter into an agreement with the people that's buying it. You can say, hey, look, I'm self-financing it, so you rent to own. Okay, you rent to own. Now here's the thing about renting to own. If you rent out a house, okay, if you rent out a house, if that water heater goes out, you are responsible for fixing it. If it get a leak in the roof, you are responsible for fixing it. If you're renting to own, that person signed documents, right? That saying, hey, look, this title is going to go in my name. If I complete this arrangement and anything that goes on with this home, they're responsible for it, because it's just like it's just like they're the homeowner. It's just like you go get a loan on a house and the hot water heater go out. Your mortgage company's not coming fix that. Your mortgage company not come and fix that. You got to fix that. So that's the beauty of doing self financing and renting on, is that I paid $5,000 for this trailer. Okay, I'm entering to rent to own. Okay, I'm gonna ask for, I'm asking for 10,000. I'm gonna ask for 2,500 down, or whatever, you $3,000 down, whatever you ask for down. Whatever marketing you come up to get people in there. Okay, you get that down payment. If they renege on their agreement, then you have that down payment, and whatever they paid you monthly, you have that money, and you can kick them out and you can do the process again with that same trailer. But here's the thing: they're in the trailer park, so the trailer manager, he just want the money, the monthly money for the land. 'Cause that's what you pay a trailer park for. You pay for the land, right? So he got empty trailers in that park. For whatever reason, people abandon it, or they've been repoed, or whatever reason, he or she is responsible for these vacant trailers in that trailer park. All right. He or she want to get those properties back in commerce. So they will work deals with you. They will work deals with you if you prove that you can get people in there. So let's say you got 5 trailers, all right, that you paid for. Let's say you paid $5,000 for each of them. All right. So you got $20,000 invested into it. All right. So let's say if you have those 5 trailers, if you ask for 2,000 down for each one of those trailers, and you got $20,000 invested into that, guess what? Just in a down payment, you got half of your money back. Okay. Now you work out a long-term strategy of saying, all right, I want them out this. I want to get out this agreement with these individuals because I asked for 10,000. I want to get out this agreement fast as possible. So that's going to come into your monthly note. So look, I need you to pay this off within 6 months. So you got to pay me X amount of dollars a month. It depends on what you ask for the trailer. So let's say pay me $500 a month for a 3-bedroom trailer. Okay. Now you got to consider that you still have to pay for that land, right? So you add that into the price. So it's 120 for them. It's 120 for that land for them to be in that trailer park. All right. So all right, 120 a month. I know I gotta come out. I gotta come out of my pocket. I'm not gonna come out of my pocket with that. I'm gonna put that in the price of that trailer. So within the next 13 months, 18 months, I'm gonna be finished with this agreement. Not only did they pay for that land, all right, why has that agreement? But I made a huge profit off of my initial investment. And after they pay for the trailer, if they decide to keep paying for the land, that's on them, you know. And that's another marketing scheme, is that, hey, look, in 18 months, you've been to pay it off this trailer. You got you a 3-bedroom home, 4-bedroom home for $10,000 paid for. you don't have a monthly note on this trailer just for you. You can sell it or whatever. The only thing you got to pay is to be in the trailer park, or you can move it. Now, who wouldn't want to pay $120 a month in rent to stay somewhere? You own a trailer, you just paying $120. Yeah, I got to pay $500, $600 a month, for the next 18 months. But after that, I own this trailer. I can do whatever I want with this trailer, and then my monthly expenses go down to $120. Who wouldn't want that deal? That's just I love using the trailer park analogy because that's just one way you can make money out there. And you say, Tech, I don't have $20,000 to invest. That's where the credit worthiness come into play at. When you can walk into a bank or you can get a credit card, right? I used the analogy yesterday about leveraging your credit. So you can get, let's say you take the six-figure journey course, right? And let's say your credit is 580. All right. And you start doing some things in the six-figure journey course that I show you, all right? And then you want to apply for a credit card. So you're going to do some things, get some things removed, delete it. You're going to get you a secure credit card to help boost your score. And then maybe you're going to buy a trade line. Maybe you're going to buy a trade line that's going to temporarily boost your score. And I'll talk about trail lines on another live. Temporarily boost your score. So now you got your score up to maybe a 620, maybe a 640, still a low score, but you go apply for a credit card because you got it. Now you have a mixed credit history and let's say they give you $1,000 credit card. Okay. And now you got your LLC because you got the LLC course that I sell for $20. But now, like I told you guys yesterday, I'm practicing what I'm preach. I'm offering it for $5 just to cover the cost of the credit card processing. $5. You go ahead and you get your LLC. Now you learn about LLC and how to leverage your LLC. You apply for a credit card, and you always going to get more money in a business than you would get for a personal person, right? For a personal loan or something like that. So now they give you 6,000 for your business. So now you got $7,000. You can take credit card and go buy that trailer for 5,000, right? With 2,000 to spare or whatever my math was, uh, to do repairs or whatever. Get your down payment. Okay, take a percentage of that down payment. I recommend 80%, 60 to 80%. Some people go as low as 30% to pay on their credit card monthly, right? So hurry up and get your credit utilization down so you can apply for more credit in the future. And you take part of the monthly payments you take and you put it towards that credit card so you can pay that credit card down again so you can use the same process over again. So now you walk into a situation to where you didn't have any money. You didn't have any money. You just use credit to make an investment in this trailer, right? And now it's yielding you a profit every month. All right, Tech. I'm not interested in doing real estate. Okay, you can take your credit worthiness and you can say, all right, I want to sell cars, or I want to do a t-shirt company. Take that money and make an investment into that business idea. Just make sure you have a way to pay it back. To pay it back. When when I had the mindset that I gotta save money to buy this, I gotta save money to buy that. Oh, I don't want to get in debt or whatever. Or my credit wasn't good enough to even get in debt, right? Nobody wanted to lend me any money. When I had that mindset, if I told you guys on the live the other day, if my washing machine went out, that's what I had to do. I had to go to one of those rent-to-own places. Hey, put a one in the chat if you ever did rent-to-own or you still do rent-to-own, right? I had to go to one of those rent-to-own places. So a washing machine that will cost a dryer or whatever, a dresser, a bed, or whatever it is you need, or a TV, that will cost $1,200 in the store, right? You go to one of those rent-to-own places, that's gonna cost me anywhere from 1,500 to 2 grand, if not more, depending on the amount I pay. And the thing we always wanted to do was, I want to pay the minimum. All right, pay me $100 a month. Okay, take you about 2 years to pay it off. You know what I'm saying? So it costs more money to have bad or poor credit. So now the other day, I told this story the other day. My washing machine was acting up, and my wife wanted a new one anyway because she went to my son's house and she seen that he had a washing machine and the dryer, the style of washing machine and dryer. She was like, "Oh, I like this." And so when we came back home after the storm and everything, and we was washing clothes and stuff, and she told me, she's like, "Hey, look, the washing machine not working correctly." Okay, told me, "Hey, look, the washing machine not working correctly." All right, bet it's not working correctly. I went to the store, took out my Lowe's card, and I got the washing machine. And the perks of having a credit card is that they asked me, "Hey, do you want the 12% no 12-month no interest, or you want the 5% off?" Me, I always take the 5% off. Give me the money off. So not only did I get a percentage off of the item because my credit worthiness, I wasn't going to rent to own place. Not only did I get a percentage off of the item, okay, I'm not paying back that high interest for my rent to own. I just pay back myself. When I say myself, it's my credit. It's on my credit card. I'm just paying my credit back, paying myself back, right? Monthly, pay the minimum or pay more on a credit card. I don't have somebody telling me you gotta pay $120 a month on this washing machine, right? And I know I'm gonna pay way more money. Okay. If I would have took the 12 month interest free, then I know I have 12 months to pay off this washing machine with no interest. Meaning they're not making anything extra on me. The reason why I take the cash is because I'm gonna pay the card off next month, right? I'm gonna pay the card off before the statement. So it's not a big investment to where I'm gonna be paying money on it anyway. I'm gonna pay it off fast. But if it was something that I was gonna pay monthly on, then I'd have took the 12 months or 6 months, whatever it is, interest free. So they're not making a dime off of me compared to a rent to own place. Like, man, I'm giving you guys like all of these scenarios and analogies and stuff like that, just to show you that these small, minute things that, in my case, I never looked at, I never thought of, those things add up, and it basically decides if you're going to be wealthy or not. Okay, it basically decides if you're going to be wealthy or not, because it goes back to early on in the life is, where's your money going? What do you have coming in? What do you have going out? If you're overspending for something, then that amount that extra 100, that extra $200 that you're overspending for, that could be going on another investment. Like the analogy I used earlier in the life is, if you have $500 monthly expenses in takeout, if you can cut that, if you can cut that to 300, then you're saving $200. Now you have $200, and the next what, 2, 4, 6, 8, you know what I'm saying? The next 3 to 4 months, you got 800, saved up that you can invest. So when somebody like Tech, I hear what you're saying, but I can't do that. All right, all right, invest in yourself, buy the video course, or buy somebody else's video course, or go to the library, get a book, start learning about credit, right, and start repairing it. It like I tell people, man, you're not gonna buy my video course and today and tomorrow your credit score is gonna shoot up to 700. If Is it possible? There's things in there that you can do to shoot your credit score up fast. Get a secure credit card or get a trade line. Yeah, so that's something that you can do almost overnight that boosts your credit score. Talking about depending on your credit level, if you have bad credit or you don't have credit. So if you don't have credit, getting a secure credit card and getting a trade line would definitely boost your score up overnight. But if you have some things on your credit, you can work on it, right? In the case of my wife who was divorced and repossessions and stuff like that, student loans, took about 3 months to get it to where we needed to be. All right. Some people it might take 6 months. Some people might take a year. It just depends how bad your credit is. Okay. But here's the thing. You're going to be making you're going to be making progress along the way. So when I hear people complain about, man, I can't wait 3 months, man. All right, man. So you've been having bad credit. How many years? How many years you been having bad credit? 3 months gonna hurt you. 6 months gonna hurt you. A year gonna hurt you. So we got to start playing chess and not checkers. And the information is available to you. So guys, I'm gonna try to do more of these lives. I'm gonna try to do like more scenarios. Like I said, if you're interested in the LLC, that's $5, man. The video course is $5. How to do an LLC. I recommend that everybody have a LLC. I recommend that everybody have multiple LLCs. You know, because you can leverage those things. You can have an LLC and don't even use it for business. But if you got your personal credit in line, when you go to apply for a credit card, you get that, and then for your LLC, you apply for a credit card. They're going to use you as a PG, a personal guarantor. So they're going to look at your credit score initially. If your business don't have any credit, initially they're going to look at you and they're going to say, all right, we're going to give your business a loan also. So now, remember, they're always going to give a business more money than they give an individual. So now you have more capital to leverage. Man, we have the skills based on what we learned in the streaming community. We just got to use it, man. So I'm gonna try to do more of these lives about business, and the, I think the next one I'm going to do is what I think is going to help people is the ability to get a car. Show you how you can get a car. Uh, some things you can do with your credit, no matter what your score is, to kind of finesse the situation to get a car. If you want to get multiple cars, I'm going to give you some scenarios and analogies where you can get multiple cars and how you basically can do them like an Airbnb, but it's a site called Toro. Well, if you have multiple cars and you live like in the city or you live somewhere where people need to rent cars or something like that, you can make tons of money just by having credit worthiness and having cars in your name. So it's your boy taking the bathroom. Until next time, peace. Don't forget to subscribe. You got the dream, man. What's the next step? Cause just dreaming about it